tea, silver, opium, and ironclads. It was a chain of commerce, a clash of empires, and a catalyst for conflict. A story of how a nation's thirst for a simple beverage could lead to two devastating wars reshaping the destiny of millions. This is the story of the Opium Wars, how corporate profit met military powder, and how the ancient Qing dynasty first encountered the brutal logic of gunboat diplomacy. By the early 1800s, Britain was consumed by a national obsession: Chinese tea. But the Qing court, presiding over a vast and self-sufficient empire, had little interest in British goods. They demanded payment in one thing only: silver. This created a severe trade imbalance. Silver poured out of British coffers, threatening the nation's economic stability. A new commodity was needed to reverse the flow, something China would buy in vast quantities. The answer, found by the British East India Company, was opium. Cultivated in British-controlled India and processed under the company's lucrative monopoly, chests of opium were auctioned in Calcutta, primed for a market where it was officially illegal. A sophisticated network of smugglers, both foreign and Chinese, threaded the coastline, slipping the drug past ineffective imperial patrols and corrupt local officials. The silver drain reversed. The trade deficit that had plagued Britain now became a crisis for Qing China, bleeding the imperial treasury dry. For the foreign merchants confined to Canton's 13 factories district, business was booming. They operated within a constrained system, but the profits were astronomical. But beyond the ledgers and warehouses, a social catastrophe was unfolding. At street level, addiction hollowed out families, destroyed livelihoods, and corroded the very fabric of society. Opium's chemistry promised a fleeting escape, a moment of calm, but it soon demanded everything its user had, and more. Imports soared through the 1830s, reaching tens of thousands of chests per year, all in defiance of repeated imperial bans. Alarmed by the social decay and economic drain, the Daoguang Emperor resolved to act, empowering an incorruptible official, Commissioner Lin Zexu, to eradicate the trade completely. Lin began with a moral appeal, writing a letter to Queen Victoria, questioning how a nation could profit from a poison it forbade its own people from consuming. His appeal was met with deafening silence, so Lin took decisive action. In 1839, he blockaded the foreign merchants in Canton and compelled them to surrender their entire stock, over 1 million kilograms of opium, which he then publicly destroyed at Human. For the pro-war lobby in London, this was the perfect pretext. Britain answered not with diplomacy,